Welcome here to Preston Point Reserve, home of the East Fremantle Lacrosse Club. We have just been introduced to these two teams, Victoria and South Australia. They are playing a grand final and they are playing for the trophy to win the Under-18 Lacrosse Australia National Championship. My name's Pete Greenhalgh. I'm joined by Shendell Oliver. Shendell, the national anthem.
Gives you tingles.
Woo.
Sometimes I tear up a little. Just that experience is so special when you get your anthem played before you're out on the field.
So these two teams have met on day one of this tournament where Victoria beat South Australia fairly convincingly. But South Australia, they were not happy with their performance. I know that. And so, like most good grand finals, I think we're about to see one. This is going to be a tight tussle.
Yeah, I think this is going to be an absolute belter of a game. I don't know if that's a description that we should be using, but I'm really looking forward to this matchup. Like I said, these players haven't played each other for some time now, so yeah, it'd be good to see what's changed over this between the start of the week and now for this championship. So Sam Tonelli definitely been dominating the face-off all week, and I know he's worked really hard in that position to get that done.
He's going up against Caleb Tuxford, who has been pretty good for South Australia himself. We're off and running. Tonelli gets the ball out to himself. He is going to give Victoria first possession, and that now goes down to Max Marcard. Marcard just getting under a bit of pressure, over to McGee. McGee now with Lure, and we see this most times as we're just joined in the commentary booth by Afik Jackson. Thanks, Afik. Nice for you to come and join us.
Exciting. I'm really looking forward to this game. I think it's going to be an absolute fantastic game.
Now, you've coached W8 this week, and you've just come off a decent win as Lure puts one past Philippa, goes a bit wide but backed up.
We were super happy to put an exclamation point on our tournament, and some of the games didn't go our way, but we're young and it's my first time coaching. I got to sit in and listen and watch from Glenn Morley, a good mentor of mine and a good friend of mine, and had the confidence to have a crack at it this year. And I'm just really excited about this age bracket. I think this is the future of lacrosse for just lacrosse Australia in general. Especially with the Olympics coming up and where sixes is at, I think this is an exciting age bracket. There's some really good talent here, and number 5's getting here. This is Flynn Crawford, I think. That's a great shot and a great finish there.
Great work by Crawford under a fair bit of pressure. He has gone hard at the cage and just stuck it nicely in the corner there past Philippa. So Philippa didn't have the greatest game against Victoria, and that's not the way he would have wanted to start, but nonetheless, Victoria go 1-0 up. The standard of lacrosse, Afik, has been quite high. I have seen it.
It's been super competitive all week, and I just think that's testament to the players. It's testament to the coaches. Like, we've put a really exciting brand of lacrosse out here, and as I said, I think it's an exciting age bracket, and it's the future stars of Australia lacrosse, and there's names here that I'm hoping that we're going to see for a very long time. And there's definitely some standout kids here this week in general, for sure.
100%. As Josh Clothier picks the ball up, a lot of pressure, a lot of intensity on the ground balls to start this game off. You'd expect nothing else. Williams drives from X, comes around the right side, has Jake Matthews high, finds him, gets it over to Ross. The South Australians will do a very similar thing to what the Vics did, I believe. Just get everyone a touch, have a look at your matchups, sort out what play you're going to run as the ball gets back up the top to Matthews and then Ross. Ross now going through the short stick. Hands are free. He didn't mind throwing a few long shots yesterday. Gets it to X, round to Williams. Williams, he starts pushing in on his pole. Matthews now. Wall one across the face mask. Matthews lets it go, and it goes wide. Backed up, though, by Bailey Attenborough.
Yeah, not a lot of angle on that one, Pete. Really drifted off to the far right side there and really cut down his angle, which is why I think that ball went quite wide on the shot. But you've got to start shooting. If you want to get runs on the board, you just got to be taking high percentage shots and sticking them. This is a championship game.
Yeah, we've seen that the last couple of times. We've called South Australia games against WA, and they didn't mind having the shots from a way out. Ball moving around through Vickery. X with Attenborough. Williams now. Gives himself some space. Finds Mead. The sneak by Attenborough. That's a great save there by the keeper. That is Halliwell in to start this match. Victoria now have numbers in their favour. Max Marcard given the ball. Tasha's just running on and wanting to get that one. We've seen a few long poles today already looking for a goal. McGee gives himself some space. Newbury.
This is where we'll start to see these formations set up, Pete. We've seen them have really set positions in their offense, the Victorians, all week. So maybe they've changed it up for the final, but I know McGee and certainly Crawford been playing those roles at X. And also, I'm looking at the wrong page. Sorry about that, viewers.
We just missed a man up. South Australia were a man up there. And Victoria just taking some time off as McGee has a shot. Goes wide, but that's one of those shots we've been saying they have to take.
Yeah, and that was a pretty good opportunity, I think, the high percentage. Henry McGee being really solid, and Crawford also here, Cordell Garnsworthy very solid here from X.
Marcard drives the left-hand side, gets above GLE, but passes it on. Newbury across to Buchanan, McGee, now Jewel.
That's that pick and roll move or pick and slip move that I was telling you about, Pete. I thought we had a shot there, but we saw that McGee set the pick there for Jewel, but he didn't actually engage after, which really let the pressure stay there with McGee. I think he really needed to engage. Jewel had to wear the pressure because McGee didn't continue to attack.
So this is the shot clock move. He's just throwing the ball into the back corner. As the shot clock expires, Bias now. He has the ball, and he's been a ball taxi all weekend, getting that ball from defence to attack.
I've been really impressed with he's just up and down like all week. He's been fantastic. Number 4, Bryn Bias there, just an absolute workhorse. You know, he's a name that we from a WA coaching staff didn't really see beforehand, but throughout the tournament we had to make some adjustments because of his work ethic and his work rate. He's been fantastic.
Ball picked up after going loose, picked up by Cody. Cody looks up, has McGee. McGee has some room he can run into, but just twists and turns himself into trouble. Osman, great work. Great. Virgo picked up the ball. He's been great, Virgo, and doesn't mind running down to attack to score. He just great speed and...
Offside? That's offside on Vic there.
Yep, so they've called a flag. So South Australia are about to go into a 30-second man up. The Vic coaching staff not happy with that call. So we noticed a feat when in this South Australian man up, Tyler Mead would come out of the crease, and when he comes out, he creates that overlap, which he's passed it back to.
We got a turnover here. Yeah, turnover.
Uncharacteristic. South Australia hasn't done that too many times.
No, they haven't. They've been really clean in their man-up offense, and I'm really excited for their man-up. It took us a while to adjust to it, and obviously I think that just comes down to being well drilled by a great offensive player in Anson Carter, and just his thought process and prowess through it all here. Oh, that's unfortunate there. Like Banjak's been great all week, and that's just an unforced error, but. You got to reset, and then we got to get back into the defensive sets here.
So Victoria now running into their offense motion, getting the right personnel on. They've been great at doing that.
I did expect Jet Lua to have quite an impact on this offensive set, and on cue he gets the ball and starts to set the pick.
McGee just drives around.
Let it play.
could have taken a bit of an advantage as McInerney fell over. Gibbs, though, he passes it back to McGee. McGee gets inside. Good save by Filippa. That's the Filippa we expect to see in big games like that. Great save for him. He finds Bias. Bias, expect him to run it all the way down to offense. And that time is no different. He's got Attenborough. Now they're just swinging it around through Williams. And another flag on the play. As not sure what that one was for. We'll find out shortly.
That was also next to the bench official too. So
Ross getting it down low. Mead, he could step up and shoot. Rolls back inside, but gets all tangled up. Ball needs to turn over for Victoria, and it does so. Got a hold call on 14. That is Reef Cody.
that cool name.
Yeah. Shandel's been picking out all the cool names.
Shout out to Reef Cody's mum on a good job.
So now South Australia, another power play opportunity. Gets it to X. Back up to Williams. Ross at the top. Moving it around. Vickery. Down to Attenborough. Here's where Mead will sneak out. They don't give it to him this time. Ross shoots.
Great save from Halliwell.
It's a really great motion that South Australia are running because the Vics had Tyler Mead covered there, but they changed direction and Ross had a really open shot. As Mead shoots, goes wide.
Rocket on that shot.
Backed up by Vickery. Ball comes in. Attenborough. Can't be long left on that man up opportunity, and that's just been released. Williams gets it across to Ross. Great check as that pass is going to go out of bounds. Mead can't keep it in, and Victoria, great defensive set there where they have prevented any score from a South Australian power play.
Shout out to Nick Kylo from the Vic A Boys team, always tuning in to support the Vics.
Rosenthal brings it down. Smith now. Looking for Marcard, but just runs past him. Gets to Garnsworthy. McGee with the ball. Has Jewel up top. And Jewel with the ball. Getting pushed out by Clothier. Gives it to Newbury. Over to Buchanan.
Like to see Victoria get into a good set here. They've had a couple of man downs and a couple of flags probably go their way here. Like to get them interaction here with that sort of 13 action free ball here.
Newbury gets it down to Buchanan. Buchanan to McGee. McGee to Jewel. Good pressure by South Australia, just not allowing the Vics inside. Ball goes down to Newbury. He finds Garnsworthy. Garnsworthy, a little bit of a fumble there, but no harm done.
Not long on the shot clock, 10 seconds to go.
Buchanan needs to go at the goal. Can't find anyone, needs to let it go. Great trail check by Matt Ross. Matt Ross has got some wheels, but so does Newbury. Newbury gets in front. Great chase by him. And they get it down to Attenborough where they'll just wait for personnel. Good run by Lucas Newbury on that ride.
I love the trail check.
Mead with the ball on the bottom right.
I think that's probably been the biggest change up for the kids is playing with the shot clock here and knowing that, you know, not many teams have had something up their sleeve for that last sort of 10 seconds. I mean, in WA we called a fire, which was, you know, basically wanting to have our best matchup go with the ball and try and get some subs through there. And obviously Jackson had a good matchup. That's gone wide.
Yeah, Mead just working his way into a shooting spot, getting his hands free, but spraying it wide. Lucky there's some backup through Attenborough. He's going to give himself some space. Looks like he's going to attack Tarshis here. Tries to roll inside, doesn't though. Gives it to Ross. Ross back up to Matthews. Matthews has some space, runs down the alley. Gets it down low to Vickery. Cross to Williams. Williams is now going to have a shot. Rolls back in, gets it back down to X. Vickery looks inside, finds Ross. He shoots. and it's a good save by Halliwell.
Reset? Surely.
Yep, there is a reset call there. Can see that some of them doing their little lasso move.
It's a good way to describe it, Pete. Player inside, balls on the deck, rolling the way of Victoria. I think their defense is going to clean this one up now.
Great hustle by Tarshis. He's running, gets a shove in the back, and that is going to see Matthews sit some time in the bench. And he's not happy about it, but that was that's fair and square in his back. So I'm okay with that call.
That's the right call. Throughout the week, that might have been called a cross-check. I think the refs have done a great job adjusting to the speed of the game and making some adjustments there. But in fairness, look, that's an extension. His acceleration is still moving forward. He falls over. It's a push all day, and we're happy for that to play. Excited about this man up here now. Let's see what Victoria can do, and hopefully can get a good little touch along the way and get a goal on the board.
Jet Lure with the ball. He gets it high to Garnsworthy. Ball moving back through Buchanan. Buchanan gets some space, and Falepa's got his eye in today. Another big save from him. Gives himself some space, finds Bias. They're really looking for him on this clear. He's under a lot of pressure straight away.
Great job.
Great change of direction
Great
there.
check.
Good check, though, by Gibbs. Gibbs now put Victoria in a really good position. He's got numbers all over the place. Finds McGee, and Falepa, another great save.
They had so much opportunity there, the Vics, with the two guys running in towards the cage on the cut, gave it to one, wasn't able to capitalise, but a great opportunity there.
Yeah, I'd like to see Henry sort of move Liam there. Like, Liam is a great goalie, and I think there's probably an opportunity that he had the time to, throw a little fake in there, make Liam change levels. If Liam gets hot here, it's going to be hard for Victor to get on top of Liam here.
South Australia just taking some time out of the clock, waiting for their personnel and matchups to be right. Mead gives himself some space, starts that run, hands are free, tries to look inside, but it gets all tangled up. Ball now picked up. Great ground ball there by Smith. Smith looks up and finds Cody. Cody now, they're on a transition here, could go anywhere. Marcard shoots. A great save by Falepa. He is having a fantastic game.
They seem to be opening up a lot on this bottom corner, the Vics. Jet Lure was open on the power play just before, and then Cordell Garnsworthy. And they don't seem to be using it. They've got to use that backside.
Ball at the top with Jewell. He throws it over to McGee.
Low scoring first quarter, Pete. Just one goal in it with about 2 minutes to play.
Ball with Marcard down the bottom left. Over to Garnsworthy. McGee. Crawford over to Jewell. Jewell likes his matchup against Bias. Jewell tries to take him on, but the alley is blocked. Gives it to McGee. Newbury to Crawford. Crawford getting held up well by Clothier, a little too well. Another save by Falepa. Play on. Wait for change of possession. There hasn't been any. Gives it to Crawford. Shoots. Falepa saves. And that will stop the play. Afiq, how have the boys, with that shot clock rule, obviously the flag goes down, the ball hits the deck, but it's play on, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's been a bit of an adjustment, even for our boys. I spoke to them about it, and I think growing up, their natural is the flag goes, it's make something happen. I think that allowing to play that extra possession of the full shot clock again, and it's just something that probably we didn't adapt to quite well as well. And in fairness, I think the rest were looking at it too. As we're in a 3-3-3 set here, and we swing across and we're down, and I like that little pop here. Great look. That's a finish. That's really good offense. That is moving the defense. It's moving the goalie too as well. And, from a man up, we want...
Great work by McGee. He's just opened up his eyes, looked up and looked at... All he could see was Max Marcard running at him with no one on him, and a great finish there just to put that across Liam's body and just inside that post. Great shot selection, great feed, all-round good play by Victoria there.
Absolutely agree with you on that one, Pete. He worked, for me, it was the work rate of Marcard to get inside.
Agreed.
So Tonelli now going up against McGurr. No, that's Virgo. They've really gone defensive early, the red South Australians.
Legal procedure. Off the line. Ball's going to go red.
Not long to go in this quarter. South Australia would love to go into this break with a goal. Ross with the ball. He gets it down low. Now with Williams at X. Williams just giving himself some space. Would roll inside. Well held up by Victoria. Attenborough now. He's got the ball and wants to have a go. All the South Australians want to have a go, but Attenborough are putting that one wide. Williams backing it up. They don't want to fall into the trap where guys are trying to take the game on by themselves. They've played a great team game, and that's no different, that one. Matt Ross, he's happy about it. Great feed by Williams. Ross just cutting down the alley, getting the ball and putting it past Halliwell. That's the way they wanted to finish this quarter as the quarter time whistle goes.
Just looking at the officials and the Victorian coaching staff. Victorian coaching staff are saying no goal. And it looks like the goal has counted.
Yeah, buzzer beater. I'm all for it. Very tight.
Yeah, I myself didn't realise that there was not a lot of time left in the clock. But great work by Ross to get that goal. Really crucial for them to go up into this break with a goal up their sleeve. Victoria 2, South Australia 1. That goal coming through Matt Ross. He is from the Glenelg Lacrosse Club.
Yeah, and a really nice finish there from Ross. So, yeah, it was a buzzer beater. I was just looking at the Vic coaching staff are both giving them these arm waves of no goal, and I was actually trying to look at their bench official and just kind of see where that was sitting. But referee Ricky is all over it.
There is a lot of comments on the YouTube feed. I've just looked down and across at the chat. Someone's saying there must be extra points for throwing it to Liam Philippa's stick. I think Liam Philippa's done a great job. I don't think it's all been thrown at his stick myself. But keep the comments coming. We'll look at that from time to time. If there's someone you want to shout out to or you want to fill us in on some goss maybe, we'll have a look and shout out to different people as we see them.
Yeah, we have been nicknaming people. We've been hearing about nicknames. We've learnt about Jet Lure's parrot called Graham. Jet was throwing some numbers away for Graham yesterday. And we're happy to give those shout-outs. Again, if you want to catch us also on the socials, it's Shandell Mic'd Up, Peter G360, or directly message us through the Australian Lacrosse Network on Instagram.
Second quarter underway, and the ball comes up in the stick of Luke Gibbs. He runs it down under a lot of pressure from Virgo. Oh, Virgo's tried the old rusty gate butt end sort of check there.
I'm all for it.
It looks, it's a good entertaining part of the game as Lure gets the ball at the top. Has Matthews. Doesn't want to take that one on just yet. McGee round the back. McCard on the bottom left. Crawford. Now Lure, you could see him making that move. He's free. Has the shot again. Liam Philippa in the way. That one, not the greatest shot and possibly could be one you might describe as thrown to the stick. But still, you've got to be in the right spot as a keeper, and he is.
I gave him the stat, Pete. So that's his fourth save for the day. If balls are going wide or over the top of the crossbar, I'm not counting those as saves. I'm actually counting saves that the keepers are making. So number 4 today for Liam Philippa.
Valentic just getting pushed out of bounds by Crawford. So Crawford with the ball. He beats 3 South Australians, and that's a great job by Crawford. Knocked down by Virgo. Ball finds its way into Buchanan now to McCard. And McCard puts that one over Philippa's shoulder. That's how you do it. And the Vics get one back. Just looking at a replay, Crawford just getting that one to Buchanan. Buchanan could have gone the shot and almost made it look like he was, but just dumped it over to McCard, who was right on top of Philippa. Really hard for him to save from there. Wouldn't put it past him, but he couldn't do it that time.
I really like that little hedge. that little sort of fake and hezzy into the shot there, and then that one more. He could have even thrown across crease, but that's just a really nice finish there.
We're even getting texts from our cameraman up there, Jackson Bybee. He was just saying what a great transition goal that one was from the Victorians.
I love that. Both Tuxford and Tonelli both running off, even though Tonelli could have picked the ball up and gone at it. Just putting a new definition to the word Fogo. Ball goes down to X. Makard with the ball in the bottom left. Lua. Buchanan down to McGee, and we'll see a motion come very shortly. They normally get the one rotation. Then they work out where they're going to be. It's Buchanan. Buchanan takes on Clothier, gets the ball to X. Good movement here by the Vics. Makard goes against Banjak, gets his hands free, just hooks the shot a little bit. It goes out of bounds, backed up by Garnsworthy. Garnsworthy just bringing the ball in. As we see next to us, Lincoln Struce just going to go through a little bit of a warm-up. Jewel with the ball, has bias to beat. Bryn's been very good on the midi D, but then this one's the same. Jewel getting the ball low. Buchanan now up against Clothier. Buchanan rolls inside, has a look, nothing happening. Lua now. Long pass down to Garnsworthy. Not long to go on the shot clock now. They really need to get a shot away, the Vics. Oh, they found Jet Lua.
Save.
Jet Lua! Wow, Jet Lua found Filippa. It bounced off Filippa, and there was a Victorian player ready to go. That was Alistair Jewell. He just puts that one in the back of the net after catching the rebounded shot.
Yeah, great reflexes there from Jewell just to grab that one out of the air and stick it.
Nothing Filippa could have done there. He made a great save. Just the South Australian defence allowing Jewell to be free all by himself on the crease there. And to be fair, it was lucky it popped out his way, as Tonelli is under a lot of pressure. Did win the face-off, but no possession until now as Makard picks the ball up. No over and back because it hasn't been 60 seconds. Can't do an over and back until their 60-second mark has occurred. Another one of those shot clock changes. Crawford with the ball. Down low to Garnsworthy.
So we've got a 4-1 ball game here so far in the second.
Crawford goes down the alley. Looks inside, getting the double team. Good slide by Virgo. Good pressure by Virgo. Gets it to Garnsworthy though. Going hard at the goal is McGee. A save by Filippa. He's doing as much as he can, Filippa. Just needs some score at the other end just to reward the team's defence. Filippa out of the cage now, finds Virgo. Virgo just running down the field. Has a
Timeout.
timeout, South Australia. Good call. Just slow the Victorian offence down and allowing them to set up in a good structure to try and make the most of this break.
Smart timeout. Obviously haven't had much of the ball this quarter. Great opportunity now to get into their offense and get into their sets here. Work on that sort of wing dodge over across to an alley dodge. Get that ball swinging here. Give defense a chance to have a bit of a break as well.
Yeah.
That's probably something that, I guess, for our WA team that we struggle with was just having the ability to kind of give our defense a chance to have a spell sometimes and not let our goalies sort of see too many shots there as well. And I'm sure they're in there right now using the chance to reset, work back on their fundamentals and the 1%ers. And I'd be surprised if Anson comes out here with something exciting to throw out to the Vic defense.
Yeah, he's a very experienced coach, Anson Carter. He's seen a lot of lacrosse in his time at all sorts of different levels. Represented Australia a number of times, and it will be great to see what he's come up with here.
He's super smart in the offense.
So as the teams break to their positions, got the usual suspects coming down here for South Australia. Mead, Williams, Attenborough, Vickery, Ross.
I'm hoping to see a little bit more off-ball movement here. That's something that Vic sort of did throw at us in the last two games against against us, and their off-ball movement was really exceptional, opening us up on the kind of like on that. Once they had that initial dodge and then that second, like we weren't able to get our second slide there to them because of the great off-ball movement they had, and I'm hoping now we can see something here because I think they need that if it's going to help them get on the board.
Mead with the ball, has Williams at X. Williams moves it to Vickery. Vickery has the short pole. He likes the matchup. Williams comes in to set the pick, keeps his head up, does Vickery, gets the ball to Ross. That's fairly lucky. Williams now with the ball. Nothing really happening with South Australia off the ball, like you were saying, Afiq. Williams drives, pushed well by the defence, rolls back inside and shoots, gets it wide. Might have copped one after the shot, but play on, says the ref. Vickery backs the shot up, just waiting for a ball. That one's gone all the way down to North Fremantle.
Look at the referee trying to find a ball in his back pocket.
He's given up.
He's quit.
Vickery goes back onto his left. Great step. Shot. Good shot from Vickery. We haven't seen much of him this tournament, but that was a great step. Just got a couple of steps above GLE and puts it past Halliwell. That shot, I really enjoyed watching that.
Oh, you could tell, Pete.
Oh.
The energy in your voice.
Oh, lefties, I love them. They're so great, especially when they do that. And great for a young fella. Vickery's only first year under 18, so for him to step up and take that shot on, full credit to him.
Yeah, just watching the replay here, that's a real nice, that's really good for any junior sort of growing up and coming from X and trying to finish with that top side finish. We sort of always teach that try and shoot to the close bar, that near bar. It just allows you to rotate your body a bit more. I speak to my kids a lot about getting that opposite hip to the cage there, and that's a really good textbook finish there from Vickery on that one.
Victoria now calling a timeout just to, like you said in one of the previous games, Shandell, you can't take them with you. So there's still a fair bit of time, 9.5 minutes in this game, but Victoria just drawing something up just to maybe just slow things down again, or maybe they want to be more aggressive. 4-2 in their favour at the moment, as Tony Martella I shouldn't say he's trying to hide in his little spot here that he's sort of made his own.
He's become our bestie this week. Just comes and chills.
Sure has. But hey, while he's here, why don't we just mention the great work of these from Fremantle Lacrosse Club. They have done a fantastic job. This carnival is run like clockwork. Well, it appears to be running like clockwork. Tony does all the hard work. Didn't want to get on and have a chat with us because he thinks he's just the bin cleaner. But great work, Tony, for you and all of your team here at East Freo. You've done a great job, and I'm sure all the participants would agree, all the spectators would agree. This has been a fantastic tournament, and the lacrosse just has been amazing to boot. And we thank you all, you and your volunteers, for all of your efforts this weekend.
Double thumbs up. Thanks, mate.
Victoria now. Luke Gibbs with the ball. Gets it down to McGee. McGee to Garnsworthy. Garnsworthy gets it all the way around. Ends with Macard. He pushes in. Luke Gibbs, gets interfered with. The flag will go up. That's just one of those Tiggy Touchwood fouls. Could be a simultaneous situation here as emotions get the better of some of the kids there. I wish we had a mic by the benches box there just so we could hear what they say.
Nah, you don't
Rick-
want to mark down there. It's been a bit chaotic, I'll say that, just from my perspective down there.
I think you've seemed quite composed, Arfik, this week when you've kind of stood next to us here. So
Yeah, I think having Jay and Mac as and Pipes as my assistant coach has been really good, and Jay and Mac and all four of us. It's our first tournament in coaching roles, and it's a different beast. And as I said last year, I had
another
there
penalty's
we
just
go.
gone.
That's on South Australian.
Yeah, that could be a
Coaches.
retaliation.
Yeah. No, that's a coach's foul, that one.
Yeah.
It's a bit late to be
Yeah.
part of the play.
Yeah.
So we're just waiting to hear what the referees have got to say.
Taking a lot of time out of our day to deliberate. But important they get the call right. I reckon there'll be one from each here. Simultaneous fouls, so there will be
2 minutes. Interference 30.
in-home player for Victoria.
1 minute for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Okay.
3 red. 1 minute, unsportsmanlike conduct.
Okay, and Rick's got one as well.
Oh, Rick's going to have a go. It's like an audition for Australia's Got Talent.
so 2 South Australians in the box. 1 for 30, 1 for a minute. A minute for a Victorian player, who will be the Victorian in-home.
But also, the replay, I can't see where Toby's got that, unless he said something on his way past there.
Mm,
I think there's obviously an interference call with the trip.
yes.
That's clear. That's there.
Ball is going to go Victoria. We have got 4 South Australians out there, so 2 in the box. There'll be 5 Victorians out there, 1 in the box. So I don't know that there was an extra one there. But in any case, Victoria go a man up. Gibbs takes on his short pole, gets it down the alley.
It's 5 on 5. Is it 4 on 5?
Yes. Yep, you're right, Shendell. So there might have been a conduct call, 30 seconds, and that would wipe out. The 2 30 seconds would wipe each other out in a simultaneous situation. So it'll be just the 1 minute penalties. As the big shot comes from Marcard, goes wide, backed up by Garnsworthy. So the crowd goes a bit silent after that break. But the lacrosse is still happening. Garnsworthy drives hard, comes back onto his left. Has Gibbs. He's a great cut by Gibbs, not being able to hold on to it though. That falls in the stick of
Oh, that's tough.
Valentic.
Another penalty. So there's 2
Oh,
in the air.
it's picked up
That's
by...
going to be unsportsmanlike, unfortunately.
All right, so another my time call by the officials. What did you see there, Afik?
You know what? Yeah, look, I guess trying to keep it PG, I guess as well. But I think I'm a big fan of the crowbar. That's something that's slowly been coming, into Australian lacrosse there from a college perspective. And to be honest, I think the adjudication on that, there's probably still needing a little bit of clarity to it. That's just my personal take. But I think that's a great move. It's a great play. It opens the player up, and it's a good check. I think unfortunately he's gonna cop another one. He might have said something to the ref there as well. So I think the first one might be a 30 here for a hold.
Blue 1-3.
Slash.
Two
So
slashes.
2 1 minutes.
One from each team.
One from each team, yep. So the umpires or officials just trying to make sure this game doesn't go into emotional overdrive here, which you don't mind. You want the boys to keep their heads in the game as South Australia just keep the ball out to try and wind some of the penalty down. I believe they're going to have a player on, and they do now. Matthews comes on, so they will go into an even man situation.
Yeah, so 5-on-5 now on the field, both teams.
Matt Ross pushes in on his player, but nothing happening.
Now Victorian asking their defenders to push out and start playing some defence.
Yeah, South Australia, I think they looked like they were looking for some direction, but Matthews is going to take it on himself. Looks down low, gets it to Williams. Williams is driving hard, good speed on Williams. He's got nothing happening, finds Ross. Ross doesn't mind winding up from a distance, but doesn't, gives it to Williams now. Williams is going to have a shot. Williams looks inside, couldn't quite get it to Matthews, and ball ends up with Halliwell. The clear is
he's missed it.
Not great. Bit of a loose ball push, but play on. Ball ends up getting picked up by number 9 for Victoria.
There's a flag too.
Yeah, so I saw that cross-check from South Australian. So they'll be sitting when the ball when South Australia gets possession.
Ball ends with McGee. Crawford now with the ball. So can use all of the shot clock, the Vicks, as Newbury drives down the alley, held well by Matthews. Garnsworthy gets it across to McGee, and now it's up to Buchanan. Crawford, he'll have another go, this time on Ross. Just another interference. That's one of those ones that you have to call as an official, even though there was no intent. But the turnover means the clock will stop. The penalties will be explained.
So 2 penalties coming for South Australia off that set of offence.
Yeah, so
One.
there's going to be a slash and then an interference, I think.
Oh, it's a hold on the far side.
Oh.
I thought there was going to be a slash or a cross-check.
So with just over 5 minutes remaining in this quarter, this half of lacrosse. This is the under-18 men's national championship grand final between Victoria, South Australia. 4 goals to Victoria, 2 to South Australia. Victoria are in a man-up position as Jet Lure just gets it down low, gets it back, goes up. Gibbs with the ball now. Moving the ball well, Victorians. Buchanan shoots. Just goes wide.
Yeah, that's got to be red.
So no backup. The coaches will not be happy with that. If you're going to let them rip, you're happy to let them rip, but you've got to have the backup.
Well, especially when you're extra man, you probably could just swung the ball a little bit more.
Yeah, I don't think they got through their full set there, and it's a bit of a shame because they're leaving a lot of talent on the field, not being able to get some touches in that man up.
And all penalties have been released now.
Great GB.
Matt Ross bringing the ball down, just slowing things up, gives it to Clothier. Clothier looking for a pass. He's under a lot of pressure. He's uncomfortable. Clothier gets it to Exo to Williams. Williams runs inside, gets the pass to Ross, and he peppers the goalie low to high, gets that ball past Alex Halliwell into the back of the net.
So that's Ross's second goal for the day. Got one in the first quarter and just stuck that second one. Last goal was scored by Vickery. It's been a while between shots. We can see we're down to about 5 minutes to go in this quarter. Yeah, nice little shot there from Ross.
Yeah, great work by Williams he was inside. He could have kept going, but just drew the defender away from Ross to give him enough time to let that shot go. So it'll be McGurr versus Tonelli. Tonelli being fantastic, but McGurr coming up with it this time. Rooney gets the ball down to Attenborough. Down to Williams, and now South Australia going to look to try and tie this game up. Mead with the ball, just waiting for the right personnel on. Virgo, he's needing to get off quick. Mills with the ball. Over to Clothier. Now to Attenborough. Williams. Mills needs to move. Gets wide. Pushing out wide, Victoria. They're not allowing South Australia to make easy passes. Ross again gets his hands free. Left-handed this time. Backed up well, though, by Vickery.
Let's see if Vickery has a little one-on-one again. He had some success before. Let's see if he goes again. Great move.
Nice step.
Great
Looks
find.
up for Mead, but Mead couldn't quite handle it. Ross just keeping it this side of the midfield line, so they stop the over and back.
About 20 seconds on their shot clock.
Mills now. He wants to have a go. Rolls inside, held up well. Great defence there by Crawford. Williams now, he's going to have a go. Ross shoots. Goal! Matt Ross from past the 15-metre line. He has had the shot. The ball this time staying low on the bounce. Halliwell expecting a bounce up, I'd imagine. But that one staying low and just sliding into the goal.
Back-to-back goals for Ross. He's got a hat trick now. And I certainly feeling confident. Pulled the trigger a few seconds before that. Knew the shot clock was ticking down. Found the ball outside. And put that one low for the South Australians.
We've talked all weekend about how this bounce is unpredictable. There has been a lot of great bounce shots that have gone over the net. This time it stayed real low. And Halliwell couldn't quite read the bounce in time. So it's all tied up here in the second quarter. Picked up by South Australia by Valentic. Tuxford now with the ball. He can play, this kid. I've had the pleasure of watching a lot of him as his coach. But under pressure now, he's going to get the opportunity to show how he can play. So he's done well there.
Momentum definitely with South Australia. They have scored the last 3 goals of this game.
Williams getting it high to Matthews. Ross, he's back on. His eye is in too. He wants to get a shot away. Has the short stick. Slide comes early. They need to move the ball. Attenborough finds Mead. Oh, he's been dropped well after the shot too. He will, I think that was Gibbs. He'll sit down well after the shot was had, that bump. So, he'll sit down on the pine.
We did see 2 flags go then as well, so very clear penalty.
So South Australia now with the opportunity to go into this halftime break in front if they can utilise this man up. 4 apiece with 2.5 minutes remaining.
Let's see if they run that 1-4 into that 1-3-2. That looks really good.
Oh, good sneak there by Attenborough. Well early in the piece. Vickery backs the shot up. So Vickery will bring the ball in. I think this time they'll look to run their full set. Attenborough to Williams. Pass wasn't great. Williams good. Mead now sneaks Attenborough. Attenborough puts it past and also wears a bump, but that one was good. All clear Attenborough. They went really early that time. They didn't worry about getting the ball around and they keep mixing up the play.
Yeah, so we're just seeing this on the replay now. There's that one more pass. Mead gives it across and sneaks the corner. Attenborough and just gets a little bit of love at the end from the Vicks for his efforts.
I'm really impressed with how they've changed it up almost every time, the South Australians. From yesterday when we were seeing Mead being a big driver and getting that goal and really being the push, we're seeing other players now coming into that structure to be dangerous, and it's really impressive.
What's the saying? If it ain't broke, don't fix.
Yeah, that's right. And McGurr wins another one against Tonelli. So South Australia really looking to gain some ascendancy here. McGurr shoots, and the bounce has tricked Halliwell again. McGurr, he gets a long bomb in. Everything is going South Australia's way now. They are 2 goals up with 2 minutes, a bit under 2 minutes remaining. Wow, what a quarter by South Australia.
I think, Pete, this is what I said at the start of the game, and I'm not crediting myself here. I'm saying that, just to be really clear, we saw them play so early in this tournament that teams have developed. They've been able to scout each other. They've got new ideas about where to shoot. They've been able to see more of each other's goalies, know where they want to be shooting from. They're really feeling each other, like feeling the game out now. The chemistry's working, and it's certainly working for South Australia.
So South Australia up and about. They are walking around with a hop in their step at the moment. McGurr against Tonelli. McGurr again having success, picking up the ball and now getting it to Virgo. Virgo to Clothier. Clothier shoots again. This time Halliwell sees it all the way into his stick. Halliwell looks up now. Ball bounces. Pass wasn't great, but it's bounced well for Foxworthy. Foxworthy tries to give a little dink down to McGee. Ball's loose on that bottom right corner. Picked up by Garnsworthy, and Victoria have called a timeout. So, yeah, that's a great decision to call that timeout, I would think.
Can hear the energy coming off the benches. The boys really rallying each other from both teams. Vic know they need a lift. SA really feeling that energy, and it's really nice. It's quite exciting in the air to hear that coming off the benches. And I can just see Struth, the other keeper from Victoria, also I believe known as the Pigeon, warming up in the cage behind us. So maybe a goalie change coming at the half.
So just some comments on YouTube. Ross with the golden stick right now.
Couldn't agree more.
He's been good, Ross. Holy aura. I'm not sure what that is. That's team lingo.
That might be a millennials thing, I think.
Yeah. Or it's a an Easter chant.
yeah. Holy aura. So, Sean Filippa, well done, McGurr, using everything I taught you. So Sean Filippa claiming some of the players himself.
Always trying to get a shout out.
But keep them coming on the comment section of YouTube or Instagram or however you want to get in touch with us. Keep it coming. We are here to... What did you say earlier, Shandell? We're for the people?
We're the people's team, the people's commentators.
So keep them coming, and we'll just keep bringing this game to you live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network as McGee gets it down low to Garnsworthy. That's Buchanan up to Markard.
Vic
Across to Crawford.
So the last 5 goals have been by South Australia.
Victoria just moving the ball well. Buchanan trying to push in on his defender, but loses the ball in the process. Picked up by South Australia. There is a flag. Valentic goes to Hail Mary.
Good find.
Finds Banjak. Banjak, he can score a goal. He's done it once before. No one coming to him. Shoots! Halliwell too good this time.
Penalty.
And a penalty. So we've got the Victorian cheer squad next to us. They are not happy with all these flags that are coming.
And there has been a lot of penalties today.
There has.
Unfortunately, that's in the rear. Look, he is taking a shot, and he's been hit in the back, and his momentum falls forward, and an umpire's going to protect a player all day there. So yeah, look, I think that penalty is quite fair.
Some to our left might disagree with you there, Afik.
Yeah, you're not making many friends here with the Vic fans.
No, I can appreciate I've been on the receiving end maybe of some questionable calls throughout the tournament, but at the end of the day, we've got to respect that. There are volunteers out there that are, they're putting the time and effort into,
officiate the game.
To officiate the game.
Just looked at a replay, and I do suggest that spectator go back and look at the replay, and she will see a Victorian hit that guy square in the back. So I do suggest that they go back and look at the replay there. Live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network. So Williams will start with the ball. Ball now with Attenborough. Williams. Ball goes up to Ross. Look for Mead to come out of the crease soon.
3-man zone here.
Williams. Mead is free. Moves it to Attenborough. He looks across to Vickery.
Save.
Vickery can't put it in. Halliwell stepped up. Vickery gets one in the back. And there will be a loose ball push. Ball will go red. So Vickery's going to have to leave the field here now because they have stopped the clock for him. Or not.
No, he's being told to go.
So they will need to replace the player, South Australia. And coming on for Vickery will be Mills. So just 78 seconds still on the shot clock as Attenborough brings the ball around. Williams back to Attenborough. Attenborough wears one. Williams gets it high to Ross. He doesn't mind shooting. Attenborough backs up the shot.
It's quite interesting when you are man down and you've only got the three. You sort of play better defense with the rotation than safe.
Williams. Mead has the shot. He's tried to hit the opposite corner. Halliwell wears it. And that is half time here at the 2026 Under-18 Boys National Championship. Victoria playing against South Australia. That quarter going all the way of South Australia. 6-4 in their favour, the score at the moment as we head into the break. Shandell, have you got anything for us?
Look, both goalies with making saves. 4 saves for Halliwell in that quarter, 3 for Falepa. Definitely Halliwell saw more shots in that quarter with South Australia really taking that out. We had South Australia, so Vic scored 3 in that quarter. South Australia definitely won it with 5 shots on the board. Only 2 assisted goals all up across that quarter, but a variety of goal scorers in that quarter. Ross had 2, Attenborough had 1, McGurr had 1, and then for the Vics, Markard had 1 and Jewell had 1.
Thank you very much, Shandell. You're doing a great job there, as you have done all week. We're going to take a short break here, and we'll be back with the second half action straight after this break. Welcome back to Preston Point Reserve, home of the East Fremantle Lacrosse Club. We're about to get underway with some second half action of this grand final in the under-18 boys national championships. Geez, what a half of lacrosse. I'm joined with Shendell and Afiq. Jackson, great half of lacrosse, guys.
Yeah, really good, really competitive. I thought it was going to be tight. You know, I'm interested to see now how sort of Vic kind of counteract after, you know, letting a couple of goals go against him and letting SA get a bit of momentum in that third as Toby's coming down here. That's a really good closeout.
Just want to give Scotty Gill a shout out. Normally he's here with us on ALN, but he is not. And he is also getting stuck into the comment saying McGurr's goal was absolute filth, which is a really good thing.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Scott is actually being really positive there for South Australia for that young fella. As Virgo decides that he spent enough time down in attack with his long pole. And Williams now having a crack. Great pick by Ross. Finds Matthews. Matthews rolls inside on his left. Shot goes wide. Misses everything. Struce might have that one. No, not quite. That will be backed up by Attenborough. So Victoria have made the goalie change. Lincoln Struce now come into this Victorian team. He will be the netminder for the next half of lacrosse. Ball goes down low to Vickery. Vickery's been really good today. I've really enjoyed watching what he's done. And just as I say that, ball goes out of bounds off his stick. So Victoria will get the opportunity to clear the ball down.
What do they call that? The commentator's curse?
Commentator's curse, yeah. It's a killer. Luke Gibbs with the ball. He can run. Has Bailey Attenborough to beat. Does. Has more South Australians to beat. Beats every single one of them. And Gibbs just easy clear down to his Victorian attack end. Lure gets it to McGee. Garnsworthy. Now, I've seen a comment about, I've been calling Markard, and I think it's Mark Ward. So if that's wrong, I apologise. But ball with South Australia, Ross just running it down. He did wear one across the ribs, but play on, don't mind it. Gets it down low to Attenborough and across to Williams. Williams drives hard, gets it to Kernaghan. Kernaghan now back to Williams. Pick's going to be set. Gives it back to Kernaghan. Kernaghan turns and shoots. Goes wide. Backed up quickly by South Australia. Now with Attenborough. He's going to have a go. Drives hard. Gives it off, but the pass has been knocked down and goes out of bounds. Great defensive pressure by Victoria.
Yeah, they've definitely come out and they're putting a little bit more pressure on the hands. They're being a little bit more annoying. That's typically how I call it, annoying D on the hands as a short stick. And you know, sometimes that just perceived pressure can make a big difference. And there's a clear unforced turnover there.
McGee gets it down low to Garnsworthy. He gets across to Mark Ward.
Great change there,
McGee.
Pete. Well done.
Yeah, I'm trying. We like to get our names right, don't we, Shendell?
Absolutely.
McGee drives across the top, has Lure. Buchanan uses the pick. Great checks by Virgo. Clothier picks the ground ball up and he's going to be off. Under a lot of pressure by McGee. Just the step caught him. Clothier now has the shot. Backed up by Attenborough.
I don't think that was the shot. I think it's worth a go because I had the backup, but I don't think that was a great shot or great shot selection. That's just my opinion.
Attenborough with the ball. Mills. Just slowing things down. Clothier with the ball now. Hard to see from our commentary position down here. Next to the Victorian box. Matthews with the ball up high. Mills, not doing too much, South Australia, just allowing that clock to run down. Mills has the shorty at X, comes back onto his left, slide comes, shot goes wide, might have hit the post, picked up by South Australia. Williams ducks into Mead. Ball goes, I think there was a crease infringement there, so the ball's got to go Victoria's way. Oh,
Ooh,
big bump
wow.
there. Williams just bumping Rosenthal. Rosenthal were doing enough to get the ball and getting it down to Jewel. Great physicality in this game.
If that doesn't get your team typed, I don't know what does. Like, just an absolute bull running out. Oh, there's a flag on the play here as well.
So Muck Ward, he's going to take a player on, getting held up well by Banjak. Ball goes high to Crawford. Now with Jewel. Lua has a shorty. I wouldn't mind seeing him have a go at that. McGee's going to go through the long. Could turn back to Lua. Turns inside. Now goes to Lua. Lua shoots and gets it above Filippa's head. And he likes it too. He lets Filippa know exactly where that ball went. Gee, don't we love seeing lacrosse like that? Just a young man standing and delivering. Getting it past the keeper. What a great goal.
Yeah, that one was right in front of us too, Pete. Great job by Lua to use the defense as the screen.
Yeah.
And that certainly would have not helped Filippa. He just didn't have good vision on it because smart by Lua. Just absolute smarts and great shot placement.
So Victoria peg one back at the start of this quarter. The score now 5-6 in favour of South Australia. To Nelly. McGurr was doing well against him and has done so now this time as well, but ball ends up with Victoria. Great pressure. Mark Ward now getting hassled by Banjak. Mark Ward could have been holding onto the stick, but ends up getting the shot. Filippa saves. Long pass has his player there. That was McGurr. Gets it down low to Vickery. Vickery's just going to slow things down. Victoria said, no, you're not. We're going to push out and make you pass under pressure. Now we're all a bit settled. Attenborough gets it to Mead. Timeout, South Australia.
Yeah.
That's a frantic start to the half.
Yeah, I think also South Australia might have an injury. I believe that Max Williams, number 5's shoulder is playing up. So not sure if that's him out of the game or just resting momentarily.
That would be a big out. He's crucial to their offense, Williams.
He's still up and about and he's still holding his stick though.
He laid that big body, so it might be a little stinger.
Well, we never like to see injuries. Sorry, I just slow down and get my words out. So we hope that Williams is all okay. But gee, there's speed, there's physicality, pressure. This is a fantastic game of lacrosse. You'd expect nothing else from a grand final.
Yeah, and as a championship, you're playing for a national title. So, of course, you're going to put body on the line. You're going to give it everything you've got. And this is just an absolute cracker of a game.
A McCracken game.
Hey, I see what you did there. We've been saying that all week, Arthur.
Shout out to my boy Jack McCracken. Got a lot of time for that kid.
He's a great little player. Little.
He is, yeah. Look,
don't let the size fool you. He can play.
He's small but plays big, and he's got a great temperament, and he's definitely matured as he's gotten older. And you know, I've had the chance to coach him now for a couple of years, and he's got a couple more years in this age bracket as well. So I think he's a name that people are going to see a little bit more of.
Already had the opportunity to wear the green and gold too, which is fantastic for him. So we're stopping the clocks, even though they haven't started. All right. So they're St. John's just slowly walking. Are they going to walk slowly across the field, or
maybe they're just trying to protect the person walking behind the goals?
Yeah, could be. So we hope that isn't for a player.
Maybe they waved him off.
Okay. All right, South Australia getting this game started again. Matthews with the ball. Down to Vickery.
I like what Vic do here. They try and lock off that X play and not allow the ball to get through X here and extend. It's a really good little tactic just to change how much pressure you can get on the hands of a player.
Matthews trying to drive the alley. Gets held up well by the Vic defence. Vickery now. Down to Mead. Mead is looking like he's going to have a go at his defender. Gets tangled up. Ball goes loose. Fight for the ball. Mead gets inside. Gets it over to Vickery. He comes up. The pass is knocked down. Still loose at the bottom there. And that is picked up. There's nothing wrong with his shoulder at all. Max Williams picks that ball up and does a little bit of a reverse Twizzler just to get that ball in. Great frantic play from South Australia.
So 1 apiece in this quarter takes the game to 7-5
So
in favour of South Australia.
Williams actually tried a
Backhand
BTB
finish.
first and then did the old backhand, to finish that. So good hustle by both teams. Unfortunately for Vic, the ball comes out in the stick of Max Williams and he scores a goal.
Is Max Williams related to the Brighton Williams?
No.
Okay.
Tonelli, he's got one back. That'll be great for him. He hasn't won too many just in the recent time. Mark Ward finds a long pass to Newbury. He gets it down to McGee, down to Garnsworthy. Mark Ward. Crawford. They definitely have their set players here, the Vic team. Mark Ward over to Crawford. Lure at the top. Lure has bias. Newbury. McGee going through the long poles. McGee turns inside. No, ball goes loose. Bias has got some trouble there. Ball falls out in the way of Toby Virgo's stick. He picks it up. He wants help. He's in trouble. Ball goes loose. Picked up by Crawford. Now here comes Tyler Mead from offense. But Crawford does really well getting that ball into offense. Still moving. They're looking aggressive at the goal, Vicks. But just slowing things down now. That's a great ride by the Victorian team. Virgo has a lot of speed, and for both those young fellas to catch him up was a great effort. No foul there. He's holding his nick. I hope McCord's all right. McGee drives hard. Player goes down. He makes advantage and sticks it away. That is a great way to come back. Victoria, Mark Ward, just as soon as his player hit the ground, looked to go inside and take advantage. Just watching a replay here, you see this. His player goes down. As soon as that happened, he was off and ended up getting that shot from around 11 metres on the opposite stick side to Falepa. So great shot selection, great play.
Yeah, Henry and McGee with that one, and certainly patient, just got lucky that the player went down and was able to capitalise. 1 goal in it now. What a final.
Ball goes up high, it's loose, falls to Clothier. Whistle on the play, illegal procedure on red. Foot on the line, ball's going to be going blue. Coaches won't be happy with that. That's a coach killer call. We're going into the blue as per the Victorian coaches. Let's see what that entails. Jewel with the ball. Buchanan. McGee, Buchanan. Gibbs with the ball. Has Clothier. Gibbs is going to drive the alley. Gets it down low though. Garnsworthy across to McGee. McGee's running hard. Gets it up to Jewel. They want to kick it. Now Buchanan. Buchanan on bias. Buchanan goes the alley, looking inside, but gets all a bit tangled up. Rolls back in. Has Mark Ward. A lot of pressure now. Banjak gets his stick in a really good spot. We've got a player playing from out of bounds, but nothing called.
That ball's come off red. Going to be a Victorian ball. Start with McGee.
So Victoria, great hustle again. Just the second efforts, if they've made an error, they really chase that ball and want it.
Yeah, they're absolutely hungry. They've come out of the half. Really, really hungry now, and they're starting to put runs on the board, and there's another shot.
Newbury really closing the angle there, so not surprised that ball went wide on this occasion. McGee, Garnsworthy. Gets it to McCord. He's on here, says coach. Newbury gives it to Buchanan. Buchanan wears one. Shot clock's going to expire here. Needs to just put the ball down and run to D. Clothier will pick the ball up. He will need to get past Newbury. Great work by Clothier to do that. Gets it down low to Williams. Attenborough back to Williams. So a good defensive effort from South Australia. Victoria looked dangerous a number of times there.
Yeah, I think that's Jackson Buchanan. If he has his time again, I think he goes on that shorty. He's got a really good match up there, and I think they trust him to go down the lefty on his alley. He can put one away.
Attenborough looking inside, wants a cutter. Now Williams. Matthews. Clothier to Ross. Ross, he drives down the alley. Gets it to X. Nothing happening inside.
Mead was just cutting through, but just didn't have enough space for that feed.
Williams rolls inside, but a great trail check. Picked up by Struce, and the Vics are off. It's knocked down. Williams with the ball, one-on-one. Oh, great save again. That's great work by Struce there. And now South Australia have run the ball out of bounds. So Victoria, great work to hold up the South Australians. Ball's going to be brought down by Smith.
That was all kinds of hectic, that last couple of seconds of play. Ball with Crawford now. Good short stick defence here.
Oh, Crawford working hard to get past Bias. Now has some space. Crawford running down. Stopped in his tracks by Banjak. Now just holding things up. Lua. Over to Gibbs. Gibbs. Comes back inside, gets it to Lua. Lua goes on his right. Great check by Virgo. Ball's loose, goes out of bounds. That's all Toby Virgo, that one.
Ball going to start with South Australia on this transition play. Trying to run down the far side. Got help in the middle with Falepa. Going to use him.
Falepa doesn't mind going for a run. He gets one on his shoulders. Play on, Matthews with the ball. And South Australia get an opportunity to just slow things down a bit and get some of their productive motion happening. Vickery with the ball at the top. Cross to Matthews. So playing really wide at the moment, South Australia. Just want to give their defence some time to breathe. Ross goes up high, rolls back in. Great check. That is really good defence by Reef Cody. Ball still loose, picked up by Gibbs. Gibbs can run. He's got players in front, but he's caught up. Bit of a interference there, and it has been called. Unfortunately, the great effort by Gibbs, he's caught someone's feet, and that's just one of those unfortunate interference calls.
Just had a gale force wind pick up. It's a bit chilly down here at East Ridge. I was speaking to some of the Vic spectators at the break. I was saying how cold it was for us, and they were like, cold? I was like, oh, I need to put a hoodie on.
So ball just moving down. They've got a fresh 80 seconds now on the shot clock. So Attenborough's just getting it over to Mills, up to Mead. All right, so the bit of emotion starting now. Mills has Gibbs to beat. Comes out, gives himself some space to pass to Ross. Down low now to Vickery. Vickery comes back on his left. Looking up, finds Ross. Nothing happening really. Not a lot of movement off the ball here by South Australia. Mead tries to roll back inside. That hasn't worked well for him the last couple, but they have possession still. Ross going down the alley. Vickery.
We need to go on this matchup. I think this is a good matchup for Vickery here. Oh, here we go.
Great call by Afik Jackson. Special comments. Vickery holds it. Could have a flag. Yep, there is a flag. So still have time. There's still time on the shot clock. Is that another flag? A second flag?
Yep, sure was. And 10 seconds
Ross
on the shot clock.
shoots and ball goes behind. There will be a couple of penalties here.
And this is what Vic need to work on. They've got to stay out of the penalty box. They've got to chip away at the score here. They are trailing by one?
Trailing by one.
Trailing by one. So I think they've just got to be mindful of how the penalties that they're getting. So cross-check for 1 minute.
And there was a push as well.
So an extra man opportunity here for the South Australians.
So One player will take a minute 30 by the looks of it. So 6 on 5, man up for South Australia. Attenborough looking to sneak the corner. Gets it around now. Here he comes, Attenborough. Great save by Struce. And Struce has possession. Whistle's gone. There's going to be a discussion here about who starts with the ball.
Yeah, great pickup, Pete.
If Struce had possession, they should start with the ball, Victoria. So that could be a bad mistake by South Australia. All they had to do,
that shot, just hold.
All they had to do was hold on to it, and they could have started the fourth quarter with possession. But three-quarter time here at Preston Point Reserve, we have South Australia 7, Victoria 6, three-quarter time. Everything to play for here. And Shendell, you got some stats.
Look, don't really have a lot because we only had 3 goals scored. So Struce with 2 saves, Philippa with 1 in that quarter. I missed a couple of face-offs. I can tell you though, Jet Lua got an absolute cracking goal, followed by Williams from South Australia, who got the second goal of the quarter, and then McGee with that last one where the player went down and he just capitalised for the Vics. So Vics trailing by 1 at the three-quarter break. It's a great game of lacrosse. If this is our championship game, it is not disappointing. I hope you're enjoying it as much as we are, because this is a belter. Arthur, any thoughts from you?
No, I think it's competitive. To be fair, I think it's been a little bit of chaos ball as well. I don't think they've run through their sets entirely, at least from what I had the privilege of seeing throughout the week. I think Marshall will rally the Vics here now and get them in a good head state to get through their offense, because when they're singing that ball, it was tough to follow. It was tough to keep your head on a swivel and watch that ball moving as crisp as it was. So I think that's maybe something that Vic need to come back to in this last quarter to get themselves ahead of the game. And I think if Max Williams is feeling fresh and looking good, he was a game changer against us in our games. I think if he can get off the leash a little bit here, he's going to be really exciting.
So it is going to be a blue ball here to start this fourth quarter, and it will be down in their defensive end, given that's where the ball was when they had possession. So they're going to have to clear the ball the whole field. But they've done it before. I'm sure they could do it again. Crawford, the man with the job, beats Bias.
Looking for an option, but they've just been ridden really well here by the South Australians. Good carry.
Check on the glove and then on the head of the stick. But Crawford maintains possession. Good stick handling there. And he's been able to get it all the way down. Still being pushed hard as they are a man down. So the double can come. McGee moving it across to Newberry. And South Australia just not pushing now. There was a minute 30 on the penalty and they only used up about 10 seconds. So I'm not sure why South Australia aren't doubling this ball right now. Newberry versus Bias. I think that matchup favours Newberry, but now with McGee. McGee has Osman on him. Osman just holding him at stick's length. Still there. McGee, he's going to have a crack. He's changed his aggression. Ball's stripped. Ball's now with Bias. Bias is going to have numbers here. Great run by Newberry just to slow that down. Ball gets dislodged. Bias still with some space. And now Attenborough with the ball on the bottom left.
Yeah, penalty has been released, so we're back to 6 on 6.
SA played that smart. They actually held off of actually doubling the ball and let Vic come to them, because the shot clock was against them in that favour. So a really smart play by SA there, just to leave that free guy in the crease and let Vic come to them. And unfortunately, Henry tried to make something happen, and it didn't play off.
Ross gets his pass fumbled, so picked up by Victoria. Crawford gets it to Newberry. Newberry could take this one, gets it to Mark Ward, and Mark Ward, he finishes. That is a great transition game by Victoria. Great transition game all the way from defence to attack, and Mark Ward ends at is found at the end of the line there and puts it high past Philippa's ear.
Yeah, really great transition ball game. So that makes things interesting, huh?
Even ball game here. I think, a little bit of credit there to Flynn Crawford. That's number 5, I believe. Just a little bit of gut running up and down the field beforehand to clear, the start of the quarter, and then he started transition there.
Tonelli v Tuxford. Tonelli getting his foot in there. Picked up by Gibbs. Gibbs now is on a fastie. Has numbers. Pass isn't good enough. Ball goes loose. No one really wanting to pick that ball up, but it ends up going off of a red stick. Victoria with possession. McGee picking up the ball. Gibbs now.
About 13 minutes left in this quarter, so still heaps of lacrosse to be played. And we're even.
Duel pushing in on his defender. Great look. The great look found McGee, and McGee has had to jump halfway to the moon to grab that one, and he's brought it back down to earth, right into the back of the net.
Back-to-back goals for Victoria.
So you see here, the pass goes a little high, and he's brought it back down as he's falling. Great shot, great handle by McGee to get that goal in. So the crowd is building here. There is some noise around. Fantastic effort by Victoria to get one up on South Australia. Picked up by McGurr though now. And he's on a transition. Could keep going, but just slowing things up. Williams. Clothier. Mead at the top. We got Matthews. So just getting the team on. Matthews looks inside Attenborough. He shoots. Great shot. That was a really good shot by Attenborough. Had to twist his body almost 180 degrees to make that shot, and he stuck it right in the bottom corner. Not a lot Struce could do with that. You see here Matthews drives, and that's a great feed to Attenborough, and he had some space just to put down the shot. And a great way for South Australia to answer those 2 Victorian goals.
Yeah, we've got a cat and mouse ball game now.
All tied up, Tuxford and Tonelli in for the face-off. The Zebras do their little dance, their little tango before the face-off. And we're off. Tuxford flicks it behind him. He picks the ball up. Can't quite handle it. Ball's loose. Comes up the way of Victoria. It's going to go South Australia. Not sure what the official saw there, but he was right in front. He could see everything. Ball down to Attenborough.
Yeah, there's a loose ball push on Tonelli, I believe.
Okay. Mead. Mills. Mills was a late inclusion into this team, so doing really well to step up and take his spot. Mead. Mead's going to have a go. Mills sets the pick. Mead's got his hands free.
Movie.
No goal.
Oh, you'd be
It's been
gutted.
waved off. The referee on the other side of the field has called that a moving pick.
From Mills here, on this one here.
Yep, for Mills. So unfortunate for South Australia. Great for Victoria, though, as the ball just moves to Lua. Lua now. Under a bit of pressure from Virgo. Ball, great run by Lua. He goes to X, finds the player at the top. That's McGee again. And McGee puts one in. This is some sort of a game. Unbelievable lacrosse. And great work by Jet Lua just to run the ball all the way down to X and look up inside to find that cutter.
So that's McGee's second goal
This quarter.
for the quarter, third of the game. He's also got an assist, so 4 points for McGee. And he's certainly wanting to take this South Australian team on.
I was just about to say, we haven't seen much of Jet in this quarter, and here he is. He comes out, he makes a great play and a great feed.
McGurr, Tonelli. Ball's going to come up Tonelli. Great ground ball, great draw. Tonelli gets it off to Mark Ward. Under a lot of pressure, pushing in. Now just taking some time. Crawford. Goes left, goes right, goes left. Goes right, drives down the alley. His hands are free enough, but he takes it down to Garnsworthy. Garnsworthy across to McGee and up to Luke Gibbs. Gibbs likes his matchup on 17. McGurr gets it high. Newbury now. Newbury's down the alley. Again, getting it down to X. And across the back. Mark Ward. Gibbs. Gibbs goes straight away. Gets his hands free and shoots. It does go wide. It's backed up, though, by Victoria, so no harm done. 33 seconds still on the shot clock for the Vics. As McGee brings the ball in. McGee comes back on his right. Looks up. Love the way they look up for a cutter or a feed. Gives it to Gibbs. Gibbs' hands all tangled up. Good defence there. 20 seconds on the shot clock. The call's gone out. Newbury with the ball. Crawford now. He's going to be the one to let the shot rip. Crawford shoots. Good save. That could be a reset. No, it's off a defender. So play on.
Shot clock expiry if they don't get this shot off now.
So we've got about 1,400 umpires here, but the referees were right there. The South Australians now with the ball. Mead.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not a reset there. I don't think it made any contact with the
No,
goalie.
I'm pretty sure it come off a defender,
yeah,
right?
It's come off a defender, and unfortunately, that means time still plays on.
Yep. So right call there by the officials. Ross has the ball, goes down the alley. Now ball's at X. Great pickup by Williams, but he's immediately under pressure. Ball's loose. It's come off towards the boundary here. Attenborough picks it up, still under pressure. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Ross now with the ball.
And there's
Ross.
a shot!
Oh! Matt Ross from past the 15. That bounce has caught everyone off guard, and Struce has unfortunately watched that ball into the back of his net. So that ties the game up again.
So just seeing this one in the replay, Ross is outside now, just inside the restraining line, gets into his left and just decides to release. Had no slide coming to him, so just decides to send it, and what a great shot, bounce low to high for Ross, and that just ties the game up.
Is that four for Ross now?
That is 4 for Ross.
Yeah, right.
Tucks for Tonelli. Ball's loose. Tonelli jumps on the stick of the South
holding.
Australian. And the Vics now with the possession. Timeout, Blue. So what a game. We have got a 9-all ball game here. And Afiq, you're the coach, right? What do? 9 apiece.
I think you can't panic, and that's probably something that I've learned throughout the tournament is you don't want to take a timeout out of panic. You want to make sure you're using it at the right time, and I think it's the right time to call. You got possession of the ball here. You just want to re-marshal the troops and say, hey, stick to the 1%ers, the stuff that we've practiced for, however long it has been that they've been training for. You don't want to stray away from that, and that's something that I gave my boys and said, we stay connected as a team, and when we do the connected things as a team, then that's when the outcomes will come. So I think it's just reiterating here,
Be confident in what you've been doing.
100%.
Yeah.
As a coach, I'd like to make the adjustment of I'd like to put a poll to maybe Matt Ross there.
Mm-hmm.
I think having 4 now and, being able to shoot left-handed or right-handed on the run from the top there, that's a skill set that, it's actually a really hard skill set to have to be able to go left-handed and right-handed. So I'd probably make that adjustment myself. I'm sure my coaching staff might have made that adjustment too. So, yeah, on the next set here for SA, I'd like to see Vic maybe put a poll on him and, or even maybe put Luke Gibbs on him as well. Luke's a great short stick D midi because he's really been the game changer for them in that offensive set.
Victoria with the ball. It's going to start in the stick of Newbury. Victoria calling that timeout, so they would have drawn something up had a chat to their charges just to see, get some cool heads. Marquard comes in. Great change of direction there by Newbury to come in. Ball goes loose. It's knocked down. Comes off a red stick. No, a blue stick. It's come off a blue stick. So South Australia will bring that one in. The Victorian coaching staff may not be happy with that. Probably not what they drew up, as Clothier gets pushed right by the boundary line there. So Williams now, and back to Clothier. Clothier fumble. Oh, he's under a bit of pressure. Gives it off to Vickery.
I was worried he was going to get an over and back call there.
Yeah, so the over and back doesn't come into play until 60 seconds. So we've got a flag now. Williams has time still. Mills. Oh, Ross has sort of jumped out, but Mills now fumbles. And there's the turnover. So we will get a stop in the play and we've got a hold call on the Victorians. So 30-second power play for South Australia. This could give them the opportunity to go up.
Yeah, I
Williams.
think SA are lucky to get away with that one there.
Williams gets it high to Ross. Cross to Vickery. Down to Attenborough.
In the 1-4, and now Mead pops out. Swing over, and they'll swing back.
To Ross. Vickery. Attenborough. Mead. Williams. Ross rips it. Goes wide. Backed up by Attenborough, and that could be... no, the penalty's still in. Still time. Williams gives it to Mead.
Look at the far corner there. On the back side, now they've just opened him up.
Vickery lets it go. Now we're all even, so great work by Victoria to hold up South Australia there. Attenborough with the ball. Mead. Williams to Ross. They're like you say, Afik, they've got the long on there and they're pushing out really hard on him. So that is Reef Cody. He's been great. Picked up by Vickery. The pass goes...
Oh, that's rolled in!
It's gone in off the stick of Kernigan. He hasn't quite...
In the crease.
Oh, that's devastating for South Australia. Fantastic for Victoria. The ball with Victoria, they get the clear down with Rosenthal. He gets it down low to X. That's Mark Ward. He's looking to roll back inside.
So 9 apiece with about 5.5 minutes left in time, regulation time.
Jewel to McGee, back to Jewel. Buchanan. Buchanan has bias. They try and go in on the shorty. Down low to Lure, across to McGee. Now Gibbs is out. Jewel. Jewel drives the alley again. If nothing's on, they get it down to X. Ball goes loose. Picked up by Virgo. Of all the people, Virgo's probably not the one you want. He's running down, turns into trouble, tries to get a bit of a swim, but there's a flag on the play, and South Australia get another opportunity to go a man up. Just waiting on the call.
I think this might be a hold.
Hold call, yep. My time. Oh, there's a player just doing up his shoe there. Matt Ross. So a 30-second man up for South Australia. Still 4 minutes to go in this game. So plenty of time. Vickery. To Ross. Williams. Ross. Vickery. Attenborough. Williams. Mead comes out.
Look at the far side.
To Attenborough. Looking across to Vickery. Couldn't hold on to it. Ball goes loose. Picked up by Tarshis. Gets it to Struce. Struce does a great job to keep it in his crease. Now with Sullivan. Sullivan looks up. He finds Tyler Smith. Smith finds McGee. McGee tries to let one rip. Doesn't do any harm to Liam Philippa. Ball still loose in the South Australian offense. Ross picks up the ball now. Ross gets it low to Williams. 3 minutes 40. Mead just settling things down, South Australia. Matthews.
Just taking some time out of this set. They've got about 55 seconds still to play in this offensive set. The South Australians are just trying to set up. Here it looks like Matthews wants to go topside.
Matthews gets it down to Mead. The pass is not good, and it comes off a red stick. Blue ball.
Yeah, not the right time for an unforced error.
Rosenthal. He's been great getting the ball up and down the field. Rosenthal gets it down to Crawford. There's a flag on the play. Newbury shoots. Great save by Philippa, but the flag will stop everything. And it looks like Max Williams is heading towards the bench. He'll have a slash. Legal body check, 1 minute. So Max Williams just getting one at an inopportune time. Victoria now with 1 minute to cause some damage. The way the goals are coming, the next goal could win this game.
Yeah, 100%. This is a key time to run a power play and run a good power play. Just having the chat, obviously Vic making sure they've got right personnel in the right spaces that they want to execute from. I would say Jet Lua is going to be involved in this play. Not sure what it looks like, but I certainly think he's going to be involved.
So Victoria now just getting their motion started. Getting the ball around. Mark Ward getting it higher. 3-3 formation. Lua gets it down low. Oh, opened up the bottom left. Buchanan couldn't quite get it. Ball now with South Australia. Osman with the ball. Great run by him. Gibbs has tried a diving check. It hasn't come off. And now South Australia have the ball in their offence. And they are a player down. So all the pressure on them at the moment. Ross just running the ball from left to right. Gets it high to Attenborough. Ross now. Attenborough. Attenborough going to take it down low. Needs some help.
Penalty has been released now for the South Australians. Ross now with the ball. Swings it to the top.
Great work by South Australia to wear that Vic Pen or that man down. Matthews shoots. That was a really big shot. It did miss by a bit.
Yeah,
but
no reset on that one.
Backed up by Tyler Mead. Mead now got some space. Shoots! Struce saves it. Big save by Struce at a crucial time. Drysdale looks up, finds Smith. Smith has Mark Ward down low but turns back. Now he gives it. Timeout Victoria.
About 1:30 left in the game. Next goal, I'd say, wins it, Pete.
Wow, what a game. 9 apiece. And saving the best till last, which is what we'd always hoped for in a championship game like this. Fantastic for the viewers, fantastic for us, and fantastic for the players to be in right to the end.
Yeah, this is a competition, and interesting. I can't wait to see what the coaches draw up here.
Yeah, I'm getting, actually, my heart's starting to flutter.
You're on your feet, Pete. That's
I have atrial fibrillation, for those that don't know. It's a little bit of an arrhythmia. I feel like I might be going into it.
Okay.
Well, there's an ambulance across the park, so we're sweet.
And it's all right. Arfik will just step into your role.
No, that's not true. I'm fine, everyone. So don't all... Hey, whoa, stop coming over to me. I'm fine. No, all good. But this is a fantastic game. And Victoria in the box seat right now. They have possession, the ball in their offense, and not long to go. So if they get a goal in this play, 1 minute 10 on the clock, If they get a goal now, you'd almost be calling it.
Interesting. I thought they might have thrown their man up out there, but they've got some different bodies out there by the look of things.
Newbury, Crawford, Gibbs, Crawford, Newbury, Mark Ward. Running it down behind to McGee, Gibbs, Crawford, Newbury, Crawford. They're just, they want the last shot here. Gibbs has a go. Gets it down low, Mark Ward. Oh, he's not been able to keep it in, Garnsworthy. So the ball's gone out of bounds. Still 30 seconds to play. South Australia have the ball. Falepa needs to get the ball down. Banjak with the ball. He's in trouble. Gets it back to Falepa. They need to get it down there. Moves it across. Ross with the ball now. Need to keep the head up. The Vics have shut everyone off. Pass goes to Attenborough. It's not on. Gets it to Mark Ward. Great check. Ball goes out of bounds, backed up by South Australia. My clock says 9 seconds, 9 apiece.
I reckon we're going to goal.
Garnsworthy, they're saying go for it, you got to go. McGee, he's been fantastic, gets it to Lua. Lua shoots, Falepa saves, ball goes down. Out of bounds. That'll be a blue ball, and that's the final whistle. 9 apiece here at Preston Point Reserve. We are going to golden goal in the championship match. This is what dreams are made of, Shendell.
It's very, very, very exciting. I'm now on my feet too. I don't know what are you doing sitting down. I was like, come on, let's wrap this game up. We've got another one to go. I reckon there's going to be a delay in this next game, because the boys are having such a great time out here as we go to golden goal for a championship final. Look at the energy around the Vic. Struce is absolutely popping off. Same with the SA guys. And here we've just got the captain's chat with the referees, or with the officials.
So this is it. This is it. Next goal wins. You train for these moments. And 4 minutes, I believe, 4-minute halves. They'll do a coin toss and work out all the formalities, which they're just doing now. And Tonelli is going to play a big part in this next bit of play for Victoria. He's the face-off guy. He has been really, really good this tournament. And if he can come out and do what he's been doing all week, then that puts the Vics in a really good position. Whew. The Vics just doing their final huddle. South Australia are ready to go. 1 minute is the call from Rick Smithson. Next goal wins.
Oh, I'm up and about. I've just put the notes down. I'm like, you know what? Doesn't matter anymore. Whatever happens.
No, new game, they say.
New game, yeah, that's right. Next goal
determines who takes home the trophy.
So we've got Tonelli, we've got McGurr.
Who is getting the silverware the next few minutes is going to decide.
Victoria shooting down our end, so if Victoria score, the crowd next to us are going to deafen us. Ball's on play. Tonelli comes up with it. Gibbs with the ball. Vics are going to get the first possession. Gibbs gets it down to Mark Ward. Ball's loose. Picked up by Banjak. Banjak, he's looking for some help. Falepa goes out the back. He looks up. Has Clothier. Clothier now. Great work by South Australia to get that possession. Clothier gives it off to...
I'm standing now, guys. I'm standing.
I was just about to say that. I was commentating you.
Attenborough. Now the ball's with Williams. We thought he was injured earlier, but he's been great ever since. Williams is going to have a go. Comes up high. Looks across to Matthews. Matthews shoots. It goes wide. Going to be a red ball. Whew. Mead will back that one up. He'll bring it in.
This game has nearly been going for 2 hours.
Mead's going to have a go now. Rolls back inside. Ball's loose. Great defence. Still loose. Still loose.
Great job,
Picked
Reef.
up by Reef
Great
Cody.
find.
He looks up. Finds Luke Gibbs. Ball still loose.
Penalty on the
There's a
play.
flag. The Vicks are going to go man up. Newbury with the ball. Slide comes Mark Ward. Can't put it away. It doesn't matter. Vicks are going to go into a man up.
The fist pump by the Vic coaches
Oh.
when that flag went up in the air.
It's a 30-second for a hold, so not too long.
So they're running a play called Wayno.
Wayno.
Oh, there he is.
Wayno just identifies himself on the bench.
So, ball is with Garnsworthy. Even?
Simultaneous.
Simultaneous.
Simultaneous 30-second fouls wipe each other out, so it will be 6 on 6.
Vic
Victor-
with possession.
Victoria will maintain possession. So McGee is going to start with the ball over on this bottom right corner. McGee to Garnsworthy. Over to Mark Ward. Garnsworthy. McGee. McGee back to Garnsworthy.
This is a good matchup here.
Buchanan gets it high to Crawford. Crawford on Virgo. Crawford can't get his hands free. Looks down. Great work by Virgo. Crawford still with the ball looking for help.
McGee was on the backside. He could have taken that, but now he's got the ball.
Ball up the top with Newbury. Newbury, he's going to have a go at Bias. Newbury gets down the alley. Hands are not free. Gets it low to Garnsworthy. Garnsworthy looks inside. McGee now looking high. Buchanan. Buchanan. Still Buchanan. Tries to beat Valentic. Swapped up by Virgo. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Over to McGee. McGee now. He's going to have a crack. Gets up. Gets his hands free. Shoots. Goes wide. Backed up by Garnsworthy.
13 seconds on the Victorian shot clock.
Garnsworthy with the ball. He's got some space to run into. Does so. Can't quite get in front. Crawford now. He's going to go up. Can't get his hands free. He's still high. This kid gets his hands free. Newbury comes inside, shoots. Oh, it goes wide. And that's a shot clock expiry. So South Australia now with possession.
Great defensive set there by SA. Really good. Really, really good under pressure.
Yeah, they definitely made Vic feel and work that full 80 seconds. As we've got a transition ball now. Bias, he's been running the ball down the field all day for the South Australians, and this is absolutely the same.
Great work by Bias to get the ball down to Attenborough. He now holds the ball on the bottom left, gets it across to Williams. Williams looks high to Matthews. Just still working out their matchups. Ross is being absolutely locked off. Smart decision by the Vicks. Gives it to Vickery. Vickery comes down on his right, gets it to Attenborough. Attenborough across to Williams again. Williams wants to make something happen here. Goes back, gives himself some room, comes high, still looking inside. Matthews now. Matthews is going to drive the alley. Tries to do the swim move, can't do it. Now he's playing without a stick. Victoria are going to come up with a great ground ball by Foxworthy.
Great
He's
job.
still got it, Foxworthy. A lot of pressure. Smith now with the ball, fumbles it. Picked up there by Rosenthal. Rosenthal can't get through. South Australia, that's a reset. Picked up by South Australia. Attenborough with the ball and a fresh shot clock. That was frantic.
Was it ever? Was it ever, Pete? And we're on now here. Is this Ross with the ball trying to get inside? That's the end of the first OT period.
Wow. One overtime period done. Still 9 apiece. And both sides having a lot of offense and the defensive units doing great for both teams. So this was always going to be the case. It was always going to be a massive game. And we're just got a 1 minute changeover as you look at the Victoria A teams just going from one end of the field to the other so that they can support their team.
Let's see if Tonelli can win out of the middle again. He gave them first look at it last time. I think Vic are going to be relying on him to win the ball out of the middle here. He's been good all week.
Agreed.
And McGurr's been pretty solid too, so this is going to be a good matchup.
So second period of overtime about to start. There goes the whistle now.
It's a tussle. McGurr flicks it out, but Victoria get first use. Ball still loose, actually. Ball is loose,
It's with holding.
They've called it withholding. It's going to go the way of Victoria.
Gibbs going to start with the ball for the Vics.
So Gibbs bringing it down for the Blues. Just slowing it up a bit, getting it down low. Garnsworthy to McGee, up to Newbury, has Crawford. Crawford could go at Bias. They've been going through him all day.
Gibbs just sitting on the crease as well as Marquardt.
Crawford gets it back up to Newbury. Newbury through Clothier. Newbury can't get through. Great defence by Clothier. Garnsworthy now. McGee. Gibbs. Is he going to have a shot? Crawford. They're just going to go through shorties. Bias holding up Crawford. The double comes. Who's free? Mark Ward could have had the shot off. Virgo, though, he is playing hockey, trying to get that ball in front. But great work by Gibbs to get that ball to his teammate. Awesome work by Gibbs. Fantastic effort. Crawford now. He's still going. Turns on his left, turns on his right. Gets it low to Garnsworthy. 15 seconds on the shot clock. McGee with the ball. Needs to get the shot off. Banjak holding him up well. Gets the shot away. It's off the post. It's a reset. Is the ball going to go out of bounds? It does. So great. If anything was going to happen, if it wasn't going to be a goal, a reset would be perfect for Victoria.
I thought that one sunk and then you just sort of fly back in our direction.
Amazing, amazing game we're witnessing right here. Newbury and the Victorians win with possession and a fresh shot clock. Ball goes to X.
The women just standing back waiting, or the girls waiting to start their championship final. They're so engaged in this game.
Mark Ward tries to push in. Pass is no good under pressure. Osmond tries to get it. There's Vic shirts everywhere. Need to get some help, South Australia. Osmond picks the ball up. Could be a Ward. Is a Ward. Victoria ball. And again, a fresh shot clock.
Second period of overtime. Golden goal. Everything on the line.
Newbury through Bias. Comes inside this time. Philippa saves. Philippa, great work. He gets it out now to, I can't see who that is. There's bodies everywhere. Finds Clothier in the middle. Great grab by Clothier. He's given it to Virgo. Virgo finds Ross. Ross is under pressure. Gets it to Atmar. Atmar scores. That's it. South Australia have won the 2026 Under-18 Boys National Championship. What a game we've just witnessed.
There is gear flying everywhere. There's helmets. There is sticks. South Australia absolutely elated. The Vics just slowly gathering as a group. They played their hearts out. 2 periods of overtime to get a result. What a game, Pete.
That was one of the most exciting games I've had the pleasure of witnessing, let alone commentate. I cannot believe that tussle we've just witnessed. No one really had the ascendancy. Victoria can hold their heads high. They've had a fantastic tournament. And South Australia just coming up with the goods right at the last minute. It's been a fantastic week of lacrosse here. And these boys in red are elated.
And if you're just looking at the field and you want some new lacrosse gear, now is the time to go and pick it up, because there is just helmets, sticks, gloves, you name it, it's out there. South Australia celebrating, Vic's getting around each other. What a game.
Now, I'm not sure where we go for MVPs for the game. We've been too wrapped up talking about what's happening in front of us to even think about individual efforts, but I don't know where to start with that.
Yeah.
Like, you've got 16 players on 2 teams that all played unbelievably well, and you can see how much it means to these lads, you know.
Yep.
These are young fellas that have tried their guts out all week and have had the first loss in overtime.
And yeah, I mean, MVPs, if I'm looking at South Australia, Virgo, excellent in defence.
Yep.
Absolutely outstanding all day. Falepa, I mean, you know, I like to pick a roster. And if I'm looking at an attacker, I would say Ross was certainly on his mark today. What about you two? I mean, you can have the same. We can double up.
Yeah, look, I thought Toby was fantastic in the middle. A bit of a ground ball vacuum there. I wouldn't be surprised if Bryn even got it as well. Like, his work rate through the middle is just, you know, offenses are built on grunt running through defense into offense, and he definitely did that. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Matty got it either too. And I guess on the Victorian side, so many of them stood up. You know, Henry for me was fantastic too, and you know, I think he was great, and I wouldn't be even surprised if Reef got it too for Victoria.
Look,
he was fantastic.
I was really impressed with McGurr. Tonelli has been dominating face-off, and McGurr held him up, even won probably his own fair share of face-off to help South Australia get first use at times. So I'm going to go McGurr for me for South Australia, and for the blue team, I'm going to go with Crawford. Crawford was great. Did you say Crawford, Vic?
No, I didn't.
No.
But look, he would be a more than worthy winner as well.
So, an amazing game of lacrosse. I think that one will get a few views over the next few years as some of these young men relive what was an absolute classic and will go down in history as a game to watch back and see what good, hard, intense lacrosse is all about.
I am probably going to leave Arthik to wrap up the commentary so I can prepare for the next game, Pete.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave it with you to call. But if
Yeah,
I get
no
the MVPs, I want the credit.
No worries, Shendell. Thanks for joining us. Afik, we normally will just talk about the next game. So the next game is going to be another cracker. We've got the Women's Division 1 Grand Final between South Australia and Western Australia. And just a little bit of history. If South Australia win the women's game, that'll be the first time one state has won all 3 divisions.
Oh wow, that's that'd be incredible. That'd be really special. Look, obviously I'm a bit biased here, WA boy. I'd love to see WA get up here, but you know, SA has been really solid. Look, you know, full transparency, haven't had a chance to watch too much of the women's field lacrosse because you know when I'm not getting the boys ready, I'm watching tape or you know looking at just sort of the other things that go a part of being a part of coaching the tournament like this, but. Yeah, look, if it's anything as good as this game we just watched, that's a great way to put an exclamation point on the tournament. And
so the coaches have just called the first MVP. It's South Australia's number 8, Matt Ross.
Oh, here we go, Matty. Yeah, well deserved. Yeah, well deserved.
And for the Victorians, we will just allow Reece Townsley to have a few words of wisdom. I'm sure he's thanking the Victorians for what was a spectacular game lacrosse, hard fought, and the MVP for them coming to you real soon is... Dun, 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 dun.
Reece is really good out there. He loves a good chat, that kid. He's great.
Just waiting here, folks. It is... Can't see the number. 16. Tonelli, yeah. So, well-deserved Tonelli. He's been an absolute fighter all tournament. So, congratulations to those 2 gentlemen. Commiserations to the Victorian team. Congratulations, South Australia. You're this year's champions. And we're going to wrap it up here from Preston Point Reserve. My name's Peter Greenhalgh. I've been joined by Shendell Oliver, who's just taken a well-earned rest, and Afik Jackson. Thank you very much for your special comments.
No, thanks so much for having me. Like, before we wrap up, I can't thank you guys and your team for all the work that you guys do. It's a really good way of putting lacrosse on there, and I love watching ALN. Like, I love watching the lacrosse and the accessibility that you guys give to the community across Australia in general. So thank you for taking time away from family over Easter to be here and being able to display some of the great lacrosse talent that's around around our community right now.
Thank you very
thanks
much,
very much,
mate.
guys.
It's
Cheers.
been a pleasure. That's all for now. We'll be back real soon with the final game of this tournament. It is going to be South Australia versus Western Australia at the Division 1 Women's Championship. I'm Peter Greenholz, and we'll be back with the next game real soon.